Hello everyone, and this week I watched The Lost World Jurassic Park, a movie I somehow only learned even existed a week ago. While it's nearly impossible to compare any movie to the original Jurassic Park film, you kinda have to mention it at least a little bit when you're talking about its sequel. The Lost World is certainly not as good as its predecessor, but it does enough different that it was still plenty entertaining, a whole 21 years after its initial release. Having seen the other Jurassic Park films, I was understandably worried that the plot in The Lost World would be in some way too similar to the plot of the first movie. And I was happy to see that isn't the case at all. While there are still a bunch of dinosaurs in the movie, The Lost World takes a step in the human direction and has a big game hunter act as the antagonist. Sure, I like dinosaurs, but they aren't exactly as unpredictable as a human villain. Remember how I said this movie was 21 years old? Well, it definitely doesn't look it. It still holds up remarkably well. I've seen movies released a whole decade later that look significantly worse than this. The Lost World certainly features much more use of CGI than we've seen in the first film, but outside of a single scene that I can think of, it never really takes you out of the movie. Both Stan Winston's team and the folks over at Industrial Light and Magic are some powerful wizards, I tell you, for making this movie hold up so long. Now, it's hard to get the vibe that this movie put off upon its release. I don't know if people thought it was cool back in 1997 or not. But looking back to this movie for the first time, it's got some of that golden 1990s corniness, which might turn some people off of the movie, but not me. I loved it. And even when I hated it, I loved to hate it, which for me, that's a positive. I know that's probably a little weird. Anyways, with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom right around the corner, if you find yourself wanting to go back and watch the older movies, do yourself a favor and watch The Lost World Jurassic Park. Or rewatch it. I don't know your life.